Howdy, howdy. How's everyone out there today? Bob's back, Biker News Canada. So, this is a continuation of the top 10 scenic motorcycle routes in Canada. This was number 8 on the list, and this is the Sea to Sky Highway, as in sea as in ocean. So, that's in British Columbia, and it takes you from Vancouver up to Whistler Mountain, to Whistler, to the town of Whistler. I tried skiing on Whistler once when I was younger, and I found out I don't know how to ski. Came down the mountain on the back of a snowmobile. I did, but anyways, we're talking about motorcycles here. So there's some images. You know it's going to be a beautiful ride out there. Got the mountains on one side and the ocean on the other side. I don't want the inside scoop. So it can be easy to take the Sea to Sky Highway from Vancouver to Whistler for granted when you live close by or drive it regularly in the winter to go skiing. But once the snow clears and motorbike season begins, it must be from Britain or something. This piece of the highway becomes a playground for those addicted to the open road on two wheels, powered by a throttle and a dash of adrenaline. Of course, motorbiking the Sea to Sky Highway is not for the faint of heart. With its twists and turns and propensity to bring out the Mario Andretti behind the wheel and even the most conservative drivers, it is a piece of highway to be respected. Motorbiking the Sea to Sky Highway demands skill with a healthy dose of caution. And this is all coming from a website called Carry On Queen, in case you want to know. So people come from all over the world to experience the Sky Highway from Vancouver to Whistler. Well, it doesn't rival the Glossengrad High Alpine Road in Austria or the Beartooth Mountain Highway to Yellowstone for mountain pass height. It's a solid competitor for beauty curves and a fun drive. The Sea to Sky Highway is more than just a road. It is an epic drive with mountain and sound views, oceans, lakes, waterfalls, parks, and hikes. It's also an engineering marvel with points where the highway literally clings to the mountainside, defying gravity. A couple of weekends ago, we took our motorbikes from Vancouver to Squamish and then up to Whistler and then the Callahan Valley for a day trip. That'd be a great trip. But you could easily turn motorbiking the Sea to Sky Highway into a 2-day adventure and stay in Whistler or Squamish to participate in outdoor activities the region offers. Or if you're feeling more adventuresome or have time, continue on the Highway 99 north to Pemberton through Joffre Lakes to Lillooet. It's a beautiful ride. Riders can return the same route or circle back through Lytton and Hope to Vancouver, depending on the activities plan. That could easily be turned into a 3+ day trip. And we share some photos. That's why I wanted to see the photos. The photos will sell the trip. Now, the other ones that we've done so far was in Alberta, the Ice Highway and the Cabot Trail in the Maritimes. So we've got Alberta, we've got BC. I think the other one was, New Brunswick? I think the Cabot Trail. So we're getting through on Canada pretty good for these scenic rides. This would be the kind of thing, maybe you're not going to, maybe you used to do a normal summer trip down south, across the border. Maybe you're not feeling that anymore with today's political climate. So maybe this will help you plan out a different summertime ride that keeps you in our country. Why not? We got lots of cool stuff to see. Now I'm going to go click on images and let's see some images. Yeah, man, that's cooking. That's pretty cool. Oh, don't do that. They're trying to advertise on me, man. Don't advertise on me. Sea to Sky Highway, a beautiful but potentially risky route for motorcyclists, says injury researcher. Well, that's actually, it looks nice. Looks real nice. Now, nobody says you have to go racing car speeds up these roads. Nobody says that. So it says in the wake of recent motorcycle crashes, Sea Sky Highway that landed at least 2 riders in the hospital the past week. An injury researcher, motorcycle rider advocate remind all who travel the road that it requires riders and drivers to have their wits about them. Oh, so maybe the scenery takes your attention off the here and now of riding your motorcycle. That is the beauty of riding motorcycles. It puts you right in the here and now, and you don't have time to think about too much other stuff. You don't have time to think about the mortgage or the kid that mouthed you off that day or whatever. You have time to think about your ride, and that's about what you have time for. And that's why we like it. There it is from above. That looks pretty cool, that little stretch of it there. That's the from above photo. So, hey, if you're thinking about an in Canada destination ride, I'm going to give you the 10 top routes in Canada that I found on AI. So, AI wouldn't lie to me. And, go check them out. Go check him out. I think we're going to have a little look at this article before I sign off. I like this article. It looks so Supernatural British Columbia. So it's a bit of an advertising for BC. Good on them. Part 1, Vancouver. Starting downtown Vancouver with Nature Walk at the iconic Stanley Park. Watch marine life at the Vancouver Aquarium. Stroll along the seawall. Explore Vancouver's history by visiting Gastown, the city's birthplace, and Chinatown. Across the Lions Gate Bridge to reach North Vancouver and West Vancouver. I recall doing all those things on my trip to BC. I've only been there once, but at least I made it there once so far. So then, part 2, North Vancouver and West Vancouver. I think it's just telling you what you can do in Vancouver. Well, I thought it was a better article than that. There's some nice photos of it's beautiful out there, man. And then you go to, so this is just trying, it is what it is. It's the get you out there, right? Because it's Tourism BC. So they're going to do what they got to do to get you out there. I understand that. Again, it's beautiful out there. There's a map of it. We'll click on the map real quick. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will. There it is. Yeah, with your cookies. So there's our map. It's not a long ride from what I understand. Well, yeah, it is. It's a 3-hour and 59-minute ride. Okay, that's why we're showing that. So you do go to Horseshoe Bay, and you do go to that provincial park, and you do go to Squamish, and you go to another provincial park, and then you get to Whistler. Okay, fair enough. So now we understand it. Good thing I pulled up the map. So it is a long enough ride. And there it is, Vancouver, the gateway to Sea to Sky Highway. So like it says, start off in Vancouver. They recommend you stay a day there. I recommend you stay a week there. Then you get up to Horseshoe Bay. Beautiful up there. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Then you go to Porto Cove Provincial Park. Embrace the raw Canadian wilderness. And you couldn't get a bad picture there, especially with the sunset. Then you get to Squamish. Whoa, that looks pretty freaky. It says to stay there 1 or 2 days. Then you get to Brandywine Falls Provincial Park. Another gorgeous looking area. And then you get to Whistler. And I have ridden the gondola. It's a cool gondola ride there. I imagine it runs all year round. They got bungee jumping. I know they mountain bike down that crazy mountain. They do lots of stuff up there. They got campgrounds and stuff. The town of Whistler itself is quite incredible looking too. The whole thing will blow your mind. So there you go. That's number 8 in our list of the top 10 motorcycle routes in Canada. I'll be back again later with number 7, which which is, let me have a look if I can find what number 7 is. The next one is going to be, so that one, from Vancouver to Whistler, it says it's 121 kilometers, 75 miles. Short and sweet, packed with drama. Coastal ride starts in Vancouver, snakes its way to Whistler. You'll hug the cliffs above Howe Sound, ride under the waterfalls, and maybe stop for a hike at Shannon Falls. It's a perfect day trip or a gateway to a longer BC adventure. And next week, we're going to be in, our next video will be in Quebec, Highway 132, Gaspé Peninsula, Quebec will be the next video. And I want to thank everyone who took the time to watch this video. And like, share, and subscribe if you will. Until next time, much love and respect.